I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk to folks from the VTuber community about their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We're joined by Pandragon. Hi.
Hello there, it's Pandragon here. I'm a dragon from another world. Happy to be there today.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. So you've been VTubing for about how long now?
It's been a year now. I think I started in March last year, if I remember. So it's been a year now.
Mm-hmm. And when you go online, what are you usually doing when you're streaming?
Normally I play most of the time JRPG,
Mm-hmm.
RPG game, MMORPG, this kind of game. I
Mm-hmm.
don't really play FPS because I'm just not good at it. And sometimes I talk. I'm planning to do a game show which would be like a trivia game, question about video game. I'm planning to do that pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I talk and play game.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main thing I do.
Now,
Or I participate doing collab too.
so when you're you've got this planned game show coming up. What's it going to be all about?
Well, basically it's I would be I want to invite four participants about a game, and I would ask a question. It would be like a quiz
Mm-hmm.
about a certain video game, and there would be like five category. Like for example, I will show a picture that take place in the game, and people will need to answer what the place is this, or just a normal basic question. That would be something like that, like a quiz.
So it would be a quiz.
Like
It would be one.
trivia.
It'd be concentrating on one game and one game only for that particular show.
Yeah, each episode will be a different game.
Excellent.
So
Hey, that's an idea I haven't seen online. That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun.
yeah, it's an idea come up like this, and I said, well, why not try it? I just need to find participant now, but I make people vote on Twitter for the game they want to see too,
Hmm.
so it can help to decide what game I want to use for the first show.
Well, that's smart. You get the people to get your potential game show participants to decide on what game they want to do, and that way you're positive you got people who know what they're talking about a little bit.
Yeah, so people at least will know what the question is, and they will be able to answer and not feel like they're not part of it.
That'd be awful to have four people who didn't know what the game was all about.
Yeah, it's like I want to ask question about a game to someone who don't know it. It could be.
And our score is 0-0 to 0. Now
Yeah,
that
yeah,
now that would be kind of funny, but also be really frustrating at the same time. I've been on that
yeah,
side. I've been on that side of announcing where the you're just like, why am I here?
yeah.
But that
That's why I specify that I want people that know the game because yeah, it could be fun to be a game show, but you need at least know don't feel like not going there for nothing.
that's right. So that's a really good idea. Have you got a format for it set up? Have you is it something that you're going to be doing in the near future, or do you have a little work yet to do on it?
Right now I'm looking to find participant for the first episode. I plan to do that maybe in May.
Hmm.
I did a video, YouTube video about it, which I explain a little more what I want to do.
Hmm.
And yeah, now I need to work on the question right now
Okay.
and find the people that for this first episode.
About how long do you expect each show to be?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I would at least maybe 20 question, 25. It won't be that long, but I'm not sure. Maybe an hour. That depends on too. And if the people answer the question and they talk about it, that could really depend. I don't want this to be more than an hour or something.
Yeah.
I want this to be like a 3 hour.
Yeah.
could be a little too long too. So
Yep. Keep people's attention. Keep the participants' attention, and keep your attention.
yeah,
And
yes,
so everybody's
yes,
interested
that's
in it.
important.
It's a really good idea. I hope to see that get started soon. You say about May you'll get it started. And
Yeah, really, I'm confident it will work.
yeah, I think so too. Now the other games that you're able to play online, are a lot of these collaboration games, or do you do any solo streaming?
I started to do collabs game recently, but I'm more a solo player. But I like to do collab too because it make me meet new people and make my community grow.
Hmm.
Um, normally I join collabs of people. Now I started recently to try to do my own because sometimes I'm waiting and I don't find any people I want to collab. So, but I really like it. I begin to like it because I meet a lot of people here,
Hmm.
and I got a lot of people I got friends with thanks to that.
And are these folks that you've been able to meet from all over the world?
Yeah, I know some people like from Germany, from Europe, all over the place. I mean,
Uh, It's pretty
I meet a
amazing.
lot of people.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That you get to talk like you're sitting next to the person from the other side of the planet sometimes.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I didn't believe. Thanks to internet, we can Discord especially and stream.
Hmm.
You can meet so much people from everywhere now. It's really fun.
Now, why did you get started on VTubing? What inspired you to do so?
Well, I was starting watching people streaming more and more, and someday I watched Iron Mouse
Hmm.
for a while, and someday I was like, maybe I should try to be VTubing myself because I really like streaming, but I didn't want it to really do show my real face and all
Hmm.
because I think VTubing what is fun is you create your own character, you do your own story, and I was kind of because I'm a writer, so I really like writing stories. So it was really fun to be a VTuber and create your own character and streaming like this character.
You still get a chance to be online and entertaining people, but there's just that little bit of shield between you and them, where you've got a lot of yourself in it, but you're still not quite all you.
Yeah, I try to be myself, but I don't. That's just that people don't know the real, not the real me, but I mean they don't know my real identity.
Hmm.
That's just
Yeah,
now I begin to be more. I don't try to be someone else, but I just not saying my real identity at all. It's just what I try to shield myself for. Yes.
did you get more comfortable as it went on, or did you take to being comfortable with the situation right away?
No, now I'm comfortable. I mean, the great advice I got. It's always be yourself,
Hmm.
and that's why I try to be. So I'm more confident like this. If I still be myself, even if we don't see the real me.
Yeah, sometimes it's tougher to be yourself than it is anybody else.
Yeah, because some streamers sometimes try to be someone else, but most of the time it's not working
Hmm.
because you try to play a character that's not you.
Hmm. And you have to keep up. You have to keep that up, and it. I
Yeah.
imagine for some folks it becomes, instead of something that they enjoy, some type of escapism, it becomes more of a job and a task if you're trying to do too much, if you're trying to be less of you and more of something else.
Yeah, and for me it's not I do that for fun, not because it's a job or something. I just love streaming and I do that just because I enjoy it.
You said that you are a writer. Um,
Yes.
so what do you write? What Have you always wanted to be a writer?
Well, I started writing for it's been a while.
Uh-huh.
I published one book. It's years now, but now I decided to put them on Wattpad and Booksy, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So normally I write fantasy story,
Mm-hmm.
like with orc, elf, and it's this kind of world,
Mm-hmm.
fantasy world. I always was a fan of this, and because of a video game called World of Warcraft
Oh, yep.
that gave me like a lot of idea to it's for writing a story. I didn't write for a while. Now I write more for review video I do about game
Mm-hmm.
and for the story of my avatar.
It's kind of giving you an extra chance to do that, where it gives you a little more of a muse maybe to write with.
Yeah, I really like writing,
Mm-hmm.
and well, even because I'm not really. Most of people are doing art. I'm not really good at art, so instead I decided to find something another kind of art, which is writing.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
people have to realize that the word art covers a lot of different things.
yeah, art is not just drawing; it's a lot of stuff.
yeah,
Writing is writing. They all kind of art, still of art, I would say.
yeah. When did you start writing? Was it very early on you decided that it was something you really wanted to do?
It's been 10 years now. At first, not really, because I wasn't really good at writing. But sometime I had so much idea that I decided to write and improve. I did some course to improve, and because I began to really like it, because I was able to. I'm someone with a lot of imagination, so be able to write it. I found that it was kind of fun. So I decided to yeah, to continue writing.
I have kicked around the idea of doing some stuff for a long time. Um, it's stuck up there in my head, but I haven't been able to put it down to paper. So I need to ask you right now, what is it like to have a completed book?
Well, I was really happy. I was excited because I was able to show it to people. I was able to show my imagination and my creation to people. It was really amazing. I was really happy,
I
and I remember I had so much of my friend that came over to buy my book and all these stuff. It was really amazing. I really loved that. I even did a sequel after that,
and what?
but I kind of decided to because publishing the first time was fun,
Uh-huh.
but after second time I was feeling like I don't know, because I need to publish out and all these stuff. I feel like I was blocked because they can let me publish whatever I want. But I decided recently to just put it on the internet so people can read it like a fan fiction, or
Yeah. Well,
so I don't need to depend to a house or something.
right. You can, and yeah, I'm really jealous of that. I really am. Well, envious is maybe the better word that folks are able to do this. This is something like a book is so permanent, a permanent
Yes.
show of your talent and your determination. Uh, it's like your baby, I would imagine in a way. Uh,
Yeah, it's like that. Yes.
yeah, here 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 is what I've done. Here's what I've worked at. Uh, Enjoy it. That takes a little bit of courage to do something
Yeah,
like that.
that's take a lot of courage.
Yeah,
Took me a while before I decide to really publish it
yeah.
and show it to the other people.
When you finally submitted? Uh, did you have a situation where you were thinking, well, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should have added this, or was it done in your mind?
No, that happens sometimes. Oh, did I do the right thing? Or did I right? I could have changed that. It's happen all the time, but yeah, I change a lot of stuff sometimes. Even if I publish it, I reread it and I said, "Oh, I should have write this way," or
Oh,
but
oh, you artists are
still, it
never
was good.
satisfied. You artists are never satisfied, are you?
Yeah, I don't think we always we never justify of something. We find always something we want to change. It seemed that way each time.
Well, that just shows what how much you care about it, and it shows in what you put out, and it shows when you're VTubing too.
Yes.
When you're on there and how you interact with folks and how you entertain them, um, interacting with people who are watching. Do you enjoy that? Is something that you're comfortable with?
I'm a person who normally really shy,
Hmm.
but I really like to interact with other people. It's something I want to improve, and that's why I like swimming too. It's people you chat and you can talk to them on the chat, and I really like this because I was someone really shy first, and it's helped me to be less shy now because I'm interacting with people, and I really like this. That's why I like collab too because it lets you interact with people that you don't know and you met
And
to make new friends and stuff like this.
right, and you still just have that little bit of separation by having by being Pandragon, and having
Yes.
your avatar and your model out there. Just that little bit of comfort zone, and sometimes that's all people need to be able to be a little more
Yeah.
social.
Yeah, it's like a comfort zone, so I feel like it's helped me a lot.
Absolutely. Now, we mentioned the game show, which hopefully will be coming up in May. Are there any other goals that you have for yourself and your channel this year?
Well, one of my goal was to reach 200 follower.
Uh-huh.
I just reached it yesterday.
Congratulations.
So, well, thank you. And I wanted to be affiliated. I got affiliated at the start of the year,
Congratulations
and now
again.
I'm working to do some emote. Um, I have other project in mind that I will probably announce pretty soon. Like, I want to do a stream where each time I roll a wheel of older game, and I play some old game on stream.
Mm.
The game, my favorite game, like my childhood and stuff like this.
Oh,
And when I would play this game, I would talk about the game and tell about my experience when I was younger about this game.
that's very personal. Now, for you and I imagine are vastly different ages. So, old games mean different things for you and me.
Yeah, like yeah, for me, old game it's like the Nintendo or
Yeah.
Nintendo 64. Especially Nintendo 64 was like really my console for me
Uh, yeah.
because it was at that time I was born. So
Yeah. So what say give an example of the type of maybe one title of a game that would be up on that wheel.
well, I would say there are a lot of games that Nintendo 64. I would say one of the game would be Legion of Dragons. That was a PlayStation though,
Mm-hmm.
or Super Mario 64,
Mm-hmm. So
Paper Mario,
so
thing like this.
so it wouldn't be necessarily fantasy games. It'd be any game that you played when you were younger.
Yeah, that would be. Most of them would be platform game or RPG game.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them would be like this because I always play this kind of game.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it would be RPG still.
Yeah. I can't even do some of the games I did because all the computers now are too fast for the games I
Yeah,
played when I was
that's
a kid.
true.
And when you got games when you had I owned a Commodore 64, which tells you how old I am and
Yeah, oh, yeah,
how slow the
yes.
games would run now. Oh, that's it.
But
But
still, it was fun at that. The game still, I find that the old games still are fun.
mhm.
I mean, you don't need to have the most beautiful game with graphic to enjoy a game.
You're very right, and a lot of those games were uh, I think you had to use your imagination a lot more in a lot of these games,
Yeah,
and
and most of the game are open world now,
right,
so it's like they are so big sometimes.
yeah.
It's insane.
I know there are a lot of games that are just too fast for me at this point. I don't have the Twitch, and I'm not talking about the channel, but I'm talking about the Twitch muscles to keep up with a lot of these things.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's a lot of games sometimes. There's so much that happening. It's like what? What's going on? And it's too late. You already did.
yeah, that would be very
Uh,
quickly for me. Probably before I even turned the computer on. They're like, no, you can't. You just can't play this game.
yeah, and my father he kind of think that way too because uh, he tried to play video game, but he's like, it's too fast. I can't play.
Hey, us old
Yeah.
people, us old folks try. Everyone, we try to keep up with you young folks. It's just sometimes the fingers don't work as fast. That's all.
Well, maybe we'll think that way in 30 years because the video game would be a bit more faster, even more. I really hope not because it would be. I don't know if they would be able to play.
Well, in the future, a lot of the games would probably be virtual reality anyway.
Yeah, probably.
And that might make a difference in folks being able to get on it. But um, as far as you're concerned this year, it sounds like you've already reached a lot of your goals. You've got the plan of the game show coming up. Is there one particular game that you're looking forward to playing, not just online, but playing in your personal life as well?
Well, right now, there's not really a game that's. Well, there is a game that will have an expansion that I really want to play when it will come out.
Uh huh.
Final Fantasy 14 have a new expansion,
Mm-hmm.
and I will probably replay World of Warcraft 2. There is a new expansion coming up, and I plan to. There is a game that I discovered recently. There's 12 of these games, and I want to play them all. I really want to finish them all and see what the story is completely.
Well, they say that this is the year of the dragon. Sounds like it's already the year of the Pandragon. You've already reached a lot of your
Yeah,
goals, and
it's
and and
that's true. It's the Year of the Dragons.
yeah, it's you've already reached
My year.
some of your goals, and you've got one that sounds very doable coming up in the near future. Sounds like you've got things in a
Yes.
row.
Oh, and I would plan to do for Easter day and for other special day to do special stream for this kind of like I would do a 10-hour stream
Mm-hmm.
during yesterday
Mm-hmm.
with sub goal and stuff for the first time.
Yeah, how'd that go?
Well, I plan to do that at the end of March.
Ah, at the end of March. Okay, so that's that. Again, you sounds like you've got everything going pretty good for yourself right now.
Yeah, I can continue. I still try to find stuff to make me different from other streamer because I don't want to do the same thing as them either. I
Mm-hmm.
want to do my kind of niche for me.
Well, folks who want to check out what Pandragon's got going on, we're going to have the links in the description for the video here on the channel. But for folks who want to check out your Twitch streaming, how can they do that?
I have a how many social? I have a Discord server.
Mm-hmm.
I have a Twitter. I have my YouTube. So people, if they follow my YouTube, I have the link of my channel there. I do most short and stuff like this review about game. I have a Twitter. People can find me there, and I have a Reddit too, and I have some short on TikTok. So, and my link of my Twitch is everywhere on this place, so people can find me there on Discord.
Well, Pandragon is everywhere, and we're glad that you're able to come out and talk to us today. It's been refreshing to talk to someone who's got so many goals in mind and has a real good path to getting them. I wish you all the best in the future.
Well, thank you. It was really fun talking with you. I really like this. It's the first time I got an interview, actually.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.